Hello, this is Alexander Morph, and you will be listening today to my cinematography commentary. I want to start off with that I'm very disappointed in my footage because due to the lack of time. Now, don't get me wrong, we did get a lot of time, but I was very unhappy with the last shootings that I did, and I retook my footage about 3 times. I basically still didn't manage to follow the instructions on the rubric, as well as hoping that next time I'll do a better job. Now, away from that, the shooting took me about 4 hours to film. I got my idea of putting the mirror on the table outside because it was a nice day and I wanted to have a nice reflection of the sky, which kind of worked out perfectly. And the tilted version of the shot, as you can see in the beginning, it was actually invented during my shooting because of how I placed the camera on the tripod, since there was no other way to really place my camera, because the camera that I was using for my film was the Canon 7D 35 to 135 millimeter lens. The lighting wasn't really a problem, and I think the quality is quite decent. As you can hear right now, there is an airplane passing by, which I will later on talk about in the footage. Moving away from that though, the lighting outside was pretty decent and I did not have to use any other lighting because it was sunny and it was some nice weather. Now, as you can hear the music in the background, there's as well as whispers. And this is not connected with the video. This is just some background voiceover sort of thingy that I put. And okay, so back to the airplane shot. That was by accident, and I was actually really lucky because it was right on point as she was sipping the cup. Also, we have in my neighborhood, we have an airplane passing by every 15 minutes. And actually after this shot, I wanted to do some more airplane shots, but we sort of ran out of time because we wanted to go somewhere. Afterwards, this was at the last shooting, we were already shooting for 4 hours and the sun kind of changed, so we couldn't really do any more airplane shots. But with that one shot, we were extremely lucky, and I'm actually happy it happened. And yeah, we wanted to do more shots with airplanes, of course, after that one, but we couldn't because of the lighting change. As you can see, I also put a lot of clips in slow motion. This is basically not that hard to do. All you have to go is to Final Cut Pro, put your footage in slow motion, and in order to get the slow motion looking sort of decent, well, it says here choose clip retiming options. Here's a screenshot that I took of it, and basically all you have to do is you click on it and then you go down to video quality and you just pick optical flow and you wait for that to load, and it should have your footage looking pretty decent. You have to make sure that when you click on the video, that when you put it in slow motion, that at least it's, otherwise, if it's too fast, like as in for slow motion, I don't know what I'm saying, but anyhow, if it's too fast, if it's like in slow motion, then the slow motion part won't look really nice. So what I always do is I always pull it at least to like 11%, for example. I would pull it to 11% and then I would go down to video quality and put it on optical flow to give it like a nice sort of slow motion kind of view to it. And also, as you can see, some of the footage is just a reflection. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. And basically, in this part of the clip, you can see the cup underneath. And here it is. And when she picks it up, the cup sort of like, I know, it gives this kind of sort of trippy look to it. I don't really know the right word to use. And I don't think anyone really noticed it. But if I were to ever do this again, it would be something I would have to fix to make it look more weird to the eye. Also, at the end of the clip, I forgot to credit both the whispers and the songs at the end. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.